Hey, it is Michael Douglas James, and I'm coming back at you. So where have I been? I just spent a long time in Disney. So what I wanted to talk about was my trip. First of all, I got an annual pass right there, as you can see. Second of all, yeah, my magic band is pink. Only color I didn't have, so you know what? Don't really care. I wore it the whole time I was there. It was pretty cool. It was actually, for the first time, I never saw that before, but you know when you scan your band to enter the park on the little Mickey head at the gate, mine lit up pink before it lit up green every single time, which was awesome sauce. Loved that. But really, let's get down to business and let's talk about Pandora. Pandora at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park was, it was a little different. It was, from what I expected, like, I think my expectations were too high, and I should have known better because I am a Disney Vacation Club member. As you guys know, I probably talked about it before. Yep, talk about it all the time. So I'm a Disney Vacation Club member. I go often. I love Disney. For me, you know, going on a vacation gives me something to do. There's always entertainment. I feel like I'm fulfilled. You know, I bought an annual pass, so I'll go again. I get one every year. But at the same point, it was like going to Disney for me, and you guys know this is just kind of one of those things, you know, it's like my type of vacation. I like it. So Pandora, I was kind of excited about it, but then again, I thought my expectations may have been a little bit high, and they shouldn't have because I'm a Disney Vacation Club member. First thoughts were, well, I got there on the day that it opened, and they did this whole annual pass exclusive thing like weeks before. They had so many nights and days for annual pass holders to go, so I didn't think it was going to be too bad. I went with Aaron and Trick, and we had a reservation at Tiffin's. We thought we'd go do that, and then we would just look around. Well, to just get into the area was 2 hours, and Tiffin's is right next to it, so we're like, whatever. They were really weird about us going into the restaurant, which isn't even in the land to begin with. So we went and we ate at Tiffin's. We got some drinks at Nomad first that just tasted like juice. It didn't really do anything. Had the swordfish, which was probably the worst swordfish I've ever had. Should have listened to my waitress when she said, do not order the swordfish. But you know me, I love fish. I love seafood. I will eat it like anything. So I was like, whatever, I'll try it. It wasn't good. And that was that, and we decided not to go into Pandora that day. It was just too long and whatnot of a wait to get in. So we came back a couple days later throughout the trip, because, you know, there was 20 of us, so we did the whole family thing. So we went back a couple days later. The line to still get in was line, but we had fast passes this time that we booked ahead of time. So we got in 10 minutes before our fast pass, and we went on the Flight of Passage. And the Flight of Passage that is one awesome ride. It's kind of like Soarin', where they got the giant screen in front of you, and you kind of go around, and it's a simulated ride like that. The only difference is you sit in your little pod thing, and you get glasses. Now here comes my complaints. First of all, before, when we're all getting settled in, before the glasses were on, I brought on my 5-year-old niece, so she sat next to me. She was just tall enough to go on, which was exciting. But, you know, there were two guys in my group who were too big to ride the ride, essentially. And I feel like they should have made the carts a little better. They were a little uncomfortable the first time around that we went on, which was all right. The next complaint was the glasses. They have like these one-size-fits-all 3D glasses that you wear, and the problem is they were big on my face, and I know I got a little small face for being a guy, but they were big on my face. Try keeping them on a 5-year-old the whole entire time. It was like holding them to her head like this, like while she's trying to see while I'm holding into my little cart. So that was that, but the ride was actually pretty awesome and really exciting, and we got to go on twice, so I was cool about that. The second time, you know, I figured out how to adjust myself in the seat to be a little bit more comfortable, because you sit in like a bicycle, so you're in like this, like on the bicycle, and then they've got a thing that clamps into your back and then just like shoves you in. But you have to really adjust your legs and move your legs as far back as you possibly can to fit comfortably in it. which was kind of cool. Only other complaint is like the pre-room, the first pre-room, you like stand there forever. They have like this guy come on and he talks for a little bit and then he's like, oh, there's a problem. And then you just stand there. What was cool about it is they like project you on the screen almost as an image, so we were like all dancing and having fun, but like you stand there forever. And another thing, the dude in the video, in the pre-show video, looks like he is on some kind of drugs. He talks like he's higher than high, and this is Disney, so you know, I'm just gonna say whatever, but he does. So we did that, got to do that twice. Then we got some Night Blossoms. It's this really cool drink. It's like a sourish lemonade. It's purple and green, and it's just amazing. And speaking of that, I got the souvenir cup right here. I got 2 of them actually, because we ended up coming back another day. So going on to my next day, that we came back, we had a fast pass for the Niabi River ride, and this is, you know, Flight of Passage was so awesome for what it was. You know, the small little complaints about the seating, you know, I figured out how to get comfortable. The pre-show thing, whatever, we had fun dancing, so that was cool. The glasses could have been a bit smaller, but that was that. Now the river ride, I was disappointed. It's kind of cool, but it's really short. The boats are small. There's about 2 rows in each boat. You get in. It is not handicap accessible, so I apologize to anybody who would need that ability. But then it's about like a 5-minute boat ride, and you go through like, I guess, the jungle area at night, but you feel like, you know, something's big gonna happen, like something more, like it's gonna be awesome, and then the ride's over, and then you sit in your little boat for like 5 minutes because the boats jam up, like on any Disney ride, the boats jam up. That is what it is. But you sit there for probably longer than the ride is, and the problem with the ride is it's so short and you feel like there's going to be something big that's going to happen. You know, certain things happen in Pirates, like you've got the drop in Pirates and you go through and, you know, all the animatronics, and that's pretty cool. This one had some cool stuff. They had some screens going on. A couple, you know, of the animal creatures from Pandora were in it. And that was kind of cool, but it was just too short of a ride. Like, begging you, like, you were begging for more, and I feel like that would have been, like, the perfect starter ride instead of the ending ride of my trip, because if I did that went on Flight of Passage, I would have been like, okay, that was the high point, that was the it that happened, and it wasn't, so it's just kind of, it was there. The land itself, honestly, if I had no idea it was Pandora, like I had no clue, never seen Avatar over my head, probably wouldn't have thought any different from the rest of the park that was there. You know, and that's where my high expectations came in. It was closed for a while. It was closed for over 2 years. Then building it, yeah, the rides are, Flight of Passage is a very intense ride, and that's probably what took so long. But the rest of the land, I was kind of like, blah, you know, the ground lights up because they've got neon paint on the ground. That's cool. But overall, you know, the boat ride, I could see that in a couple of years being a walk-on. Because it's just not special. I mean, it's too short. You feel like you're getting your hopes up and then it's over. You know, you never get the entire, like, aha moment from it. Flight of Passage, that will probably always be a long line. It's just a very cool ride. They do some awesome stuff with it. The queue is pretty cool walking through it. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. The land itself, I mean, the food options, top notch. Give them that. Even the margarita was very, very strong. We tried that as well. But overall, food options, you know, they went out of their way to come up with stuff different that could be from Pandora if it actually existed, which was pretty cool. I love the Night Blossom. I'm telling you, I could drink those all day if it wasn't just straight sugar. And so there was that. But Pandora itself, I just... you know, until it slows down, I feel like that's the one thing that I don't have to do again for a while on my Disney trip. I want to see what they do with Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land. Excited about that. Kind of lowered my expectations a little bit. Concept art always looks so much better. It does, believe me. Concept art for Pandora, I was like foaming at the mouth and got there and was like, you know. But so I'm going to keep my expectations even. See what they do. and go from there. The rest of the trip was great, you know, ate at some good places, ate at the boathouse again, ate at the Wave like I always do, Big River. I went to Mickey's Backyard Barbecue for the first time. It's pretty cool. I'll admit, had a fun time. The entertainment was great. The food was alright. The food was good. It wasn't, you know, like top notch, but it's a dinner show, so you have fun. The kids loved it. Overall, it was pretty cool, and with this annual pass, even though this thing's pink, you know, I'm gonna go again, and I like the pink color. It kind of just suited me well. But overall, I mean, that was it. We stayed at the beach club. The beach club refurbished rooms, top notch. I had my sister and Aaron, who's I guess whatever he is to her. We all stayed in the room, but what was nice is I took the queen bed, he took the pull-out couch, and then they had a duvet bed in the wall that my sister slept on, so we each got our own bed. We were in the studio, we were in the villa, which was great. They did a nice job. But yeah, that was basically where I've been. That's my trip. That's my thoughts on Pandora. Expectations were high when they shouldn't have been as high. But it's just one of those things, like I said, like I did it, I'm happy I did it, but I can wait. I want others to experience it. It's not something that, you know, there's certain things that Disney has done that multiple times I just want to keep going and going and going. This one, let everybody else experience it, and then, you know, I'll come back when it slows down and I'll be happy about that. On that note, I'm out. Peace out, Girl Scouts.